building.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Taking it about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Play fake. Cousins sliding out of the pocket. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. The numbers for him from a week ago, 12 carries, 56 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game and all that.
Jennings lost the football. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do. And what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate them and really say thanks because he threw the interception. It didn't turn into any points.
There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 19 carries, 117 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync. And that bodes well this late in the season.
Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. 1st down Vikings.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, He was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. But Cook getting the call there on first down as he works his way forward for a nice gain of 5. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On play action, Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. After the interception, here's Goff. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. This defense for the Vikings, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense. And in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week, that great creativity and usual productivity.
No score after one on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Swift. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Go off a handoff here to Swift. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, these two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. Open man right side is St. Brown. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll leave it with a 3rd and 2.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Not the start to this ball game he had hoped for. 2 drives, 2 interceptions. The good news is this ball game is still scoreless. So let's start all over here. 1st and 10.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
One of the first big plays we've seen in this football game, and could that be the play that gets this game jump-started? It's taken a while as both teams have tried to settle in. Maybe now the pace will accelerate.
They'll try the wide side with Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made by L.J. Ford.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins.
Hauled in over the middle by Reagor. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And he will have a Vikings first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us...
Touchdown, Vikings!
Justin Jefferson.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Vikings post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. As we roll on here in the month of December, Week 14 coming up tonight, we got a good one in the AFC West. Get the Parkas out, Kansas City and Denver from the frigid Empower Stadium at Mile High. And then tomorrow night you can turn those Parkas in for some shorts, golf polos, and flip-flops. Monday Night Football in Arizona. Patriots, Cardinals, 8:15 Eastern.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Cousins now after the fumble recovery.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins complete. Smith has it. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. To the air again, it's Cousins. Complete, Jefferson the target. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to get the football back at their own 17.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
On the option to give to Swift here.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
Williams will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Williams again. And this time he'll lose yardage as the defense not giving him any room to operate.
Third down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. They start the drive with Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they work this out past the 25. That good for 22 and a 1st down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Smith catches left side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Cousins gives way to Cook. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
66 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker.
And the Lions are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over. Now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. Working with a 2nd and 3. Now Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reynolds. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. Targets and finds Reynolds once more. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Goff. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. Again, Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Goff. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. They do tack on the extra point as well. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Minnesota now ready for their next possession as this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Again, it's Cook. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's Cousins. Completes this to Jefferson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Short game, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Cousins to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Cook running right.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Cousins. This ball complete. It's an out route to Thielen. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. Tension building. Here's Greg Joseph. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they